Not everyone who watches this video is going to take my advice, but I hope one person does. And that advice is to start a tech company this year, as soon as possible. I really want to say today, but I'm going to give you some time to digest and maybe go through a process of scaffolding up some idea or some project. I'm going to tell you why you need to start this tech company, and I'm going to do it via a story. Okay, so let's get right into it. 10 years ago, I met this gentleman right here. This is Tope. Tope is the CEO of Calendly. I met Tope, the CEO of Calendly, when he only had 2 employees, because when he got into the Atlanta Tech Village, just a few months later, I also joined the Atlanta Tech Village. And the Atlanta Tech Village is one of the biggest tech hubs in the country. I think it's the 4th largest tech hub in the country. And my startup got accepted to work out of the Atlanta Tech Village. And it was an extremely amazing experience. This was me back in college days. I was trading, meeting people. It set me on a path to where I am today. And I'm extremely happy I found ATV. And I'm extremely happy I met Tope, because Tope had 2 employees. I met Tope when Calendly was doing maybe roughly $500,000 a year in revenue. It was an incredible startup then. It's an incredible company now. But I saw Tope go from 2 employees, okay, to become a billionaire. I saw a guy become a billionaire in front of my face. Okay, that video that you just saw was when I had hair 8 years ago, okay? And if you notice, Tope doesn't have hair either. I shaved that shit off. If you see a guy become a billionaire, are you going to keep your hair too? I don't know, I'm just kidding. I lost my hair. But guys, Tope became a billionaire right in front of my eyes, and he did it through building a technology company. Now, if you were to ask me, but Cleveland, I don't know how to code. Tope doesn't know how to code. Tope didn't code a lick of Calendly. Now, did he have a massive budget and pay some Ukrainian development firm $300,000 to build his application? Yes, he did. Okay, but that was 10 years ago. It's a lot easier to build software now. Okay, and so we're going to talk about the software stack that you're going to use to build your idea, but you need to do it. Here's the reason why. Technology is far more valuable than anyone could have ever expected. I don't know if you guys, sorry about that. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of A16Z, all right? Andreessen Horowitz. These guys put out a statement roughly 15 years ago where they expected to see 150 companies a year reach a $100 million valuation. That's how many companies they thought would grow to be substantial in the world of technology. This is, again, a very fast-growing space, and they projected 150 companies a year will reach a $100 million valuation. They were wrong. It's 1,500 companies a year in 2024, last year, reached a $100 million valuation. You can't find that in any other industry. It's very hard to find that when it comes to e-com. It's very hard to find that when it comes to FX. It's very hard to find that when it comes to some service-based business, some agency model. It's very hard to find that when it comes to some school group, okay? If you want to play and you want to play big, you need to start a technology company, all right? And again, it's never been easier. 10 years ago, you had to be like Tope. Tope is a machine, okay? When you meet Tope, let's go back to him. Where is he at? When you meet Tope, immediately you know he's going to become a billionaire. If you want to know what billionaire energy feels like, meet Tope. Again, pause. But when I met this guy, I said, holy shit. There's something special about this dude. The way he moves is just different. Everything is just so fast. Everything is just so precise. All the T's are dotted. Look at me. All the I's are dotted. All the T's are crossed, okay? I'm no Tope, all right? But at the end of the day, man, I was just so inspired by what I saw in the Atlanta Tech Village, and I saw many other people become multimillionaires through technology. So I have no other path. This is the path. This is the path that I'm going to go down. And I'm not afraid of competition, and I have a YouTube channel, all right? And on my YouTube channel, what I've always envisioned for this channel is to spread a message that I feel I could help somebody else, right? And technology has been something in my life that has afforded me just a lifestyle that, a lot of other people, would really want to have, time freedom, independence, working with my family, haven't had a job since I was 21 years old. And it was because I got in tech early and I was able to capitalize on all the awesome things that that exist within the tech ecosystem. Okay, so long story short, you should do it. I'll go over maybe some more of the people that I've met in this game, but this is the most inspiring story I have right now. And I got a Calendly shirt in here that he gave me somewhere in my office. And again, I'm always reminded by the fact that, hey, look, it is possible. It doesn't matter if you're technical, none of that shit matters. How bad do you want it? And you can make it happen. Okay, so look. If you want to start a tech company, this is going to be your tech stack. This is the best tech stack in the world right now, all right? And it is the lowest learning curve or the smallest or the non-steepest learning curve in the game, okay? You're going to be using Toddle for your front end, okay? So with Calendly, basically your ability to input your schedule and design your schedule and all those types of things. On the front end, that's what that's called. That's called a front end of the application. And Toddle is a front end visual development framework. So this isn't Figma. This is a very serious and very capable platform that allows you to create very interactive and very unique web and mobile experiences. What you're going to use for your backend is something called Xano. Okay, so I'll show you guys Xano here for a sec. Xano is a visual development platform for the backend. Okay, so with Toddle and Xano, you do not have to learn how to code, but you do need to understand the fundamentals of programming. Now, what are the fundamentals of programming? Well, depends on what you're programming. If you're programming some server-based backend strange system for some data warehouse, then the fundamentals of how you build those things out are very different than the fundamentals of how to build a mobile application or the fundamentals of how to build a web application. I think you should focus on web applications and mobile applications. Tope built a web application called Calendly, okay? It allowed you to schedule meetings very, very simply. All right, we all know what Calendly does. And so the fundamentals of a web application are pretty simple. You have a front end, you have a back end, okay? And then you have this middleware layer. In that middleware layer, you can have business logic. You can have your user authentication, okay? But you also need a database. The cool thing about Xano is Xano handles all those things I just mentioned. A database, user authentication, and your business logic. Toddle is going to be your front end of your application. But now it's your job to create a unique web experience or a unique mobile experience with these two software products here. So for example, what I'm building on with this stack is quite extensive. So if you want to see how I'm building this, or if you want to kind of pick it apart and see how well it is actually structured, please become a beta tester down below. All the beta testers are also going to be added to Software Creators, which is a community of people who are creating software just like Tope. Okay, and I have some pretty awesome relationships, and the people that show up in this thing are incredible. So if you want to build software in 2025 with a community, then I would definitely check out Software Creators, link in bio there. All right. But what I'm building here with Boomin AI is a social commerce platform. I'm integrating Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Threads into one platform, and it's going to allow you to post from one platform to everything else. So you can think of it as something like ManyChat and Stan Store if those two companies had a baby. All right. But you can't build applications like this on almost anything else. I mean, so there's a lot of popular things out there like Bubble or WeWeb or Softer or Webflow. These are good applications, but they are very limited in how you can basically extend them. All right. And then you oftentimes need a lot of custom code to get them to work. With Toddle, I have built out Toddle, my entire front end, with almost no custom code because things can get quite interesting. All right. So like API wise, you have the full capacity and the full scope of how to use GET requests, POST requests, PUT requests, so on and so forth. Again, it can get quite technical for the guys that maybe aren't there yet. Get in Software Creators, and I'll give you guys the run through on all that. Or you can go to Toddle's documentation, and it can kind of run you through everything there, of course. But this is going to be your front end, and you can build anything you can imagine. All right. On your back end, again, you're going to be using Xano, and Xano is going to handle all of your business logic, user authentication, so on and so forth. Okay. And so, guys, look, it's going to be very hard. There is still a learning curve. Even with Toddle and Xano, there's a learning curve, but it's a whole lot easier than this right here. Okay. I don't know if you guys see my screen here. Let me see. Yeah. It's a whole lot easier than custom JavaScript or a React application build. All right. And so I was doing this for over a year and a half, 2 years. Again, it was very helpful to understand exactly how programming works, and I'm very happy that I went down this road. But I'm telling you guys right now, you don't have to go down this road anymore. Not with this stack right here. Okay, I would not be talking to you guys about this stack and building my startup that I'm betting very big on this stack if I didn't trust it. Okay, and so I've seen some guys build some incredible things on Toddle. I've seen guys build incredible things on Xano. It's extremely scalable. If it breaks, it is your fault. I have yet to run into a bug on these platforms, and I've been building on this thing now for a couple of months. I've yet to run into a bug on Toddle or Xano that wasn't my fault. Okay, and so that's how you guys are going to do this. All right, let me wrap it up. You need to build a software company. You need to do it as soon as possible, and you got to understand that people have underestimated the value that software can provide to other businesses. Now, why do I keep mentioning business software? Because B2B software, that's where all the money is. Salesforce, Shopify, StanStore, Klaviyo, AWS, all right? All the big enterprise Fortune 500 companies that are technology companies are B2B. Of course, you have Meta, you have Google and all these things, but what's their main business model? Yes, they use consumer to basically, create the network effects, but they sell advertising, right? And who do they sell advertising towards? They sell it towards businesses. So you need to build business software, okay? I see a lot of people building some goofy shit, cool little apps, cool little, AI kind of like, animation or AI studio apps and all that kind of shit. Screw all that. Find an ICP, an ideal customer profile in the business niche. Doesn't matter what business it is, okay? But find something that works for you. Find something that you're really excited about and help them as much as you can by building a software solution that allows them to, be more efficient, all right? There's only so many things you can do with software. You can help someone save time. You can help someone save money, and you can help someone grow their business, okay? And so those are the three variables that you can basically figure out. Calendly helps people save time, right? You don't have to go back and forth with figuring out what schedules are, right? Boomin is going to help people save time and help them hopefully grow their business, all right? So basically what I'm building is something inside of this world called MarTech, marketing technology. It's something that, again, I'm really excited about. You have to figure out what you're excited about, and you just have to hunker down, shut the F up, and build it this year. I'm saying it like this because I wish I went all in sooner, but hey, at the end of the day, the best time to start your business was yesterday. The next best time is today. And if you can tell me a better play than tech, I'm willing to listen to it, all right? And what listening is for me is just reading the comment and going, okay, bro, whatever, tech's the best. So do it. Start the company. You are creating software, all right? You need to start with a single point solution. Don't build something that is huge, okay? I used to do that shit too. Don't build something that is just feature rich. No. Start with a single point solution and Google what these things mean, but start with a single point solution that helps a business in a very specific area, okay? So again, an example of a single point solution is Calendly. Calendly is a single point solution, and they have grown in scope. And now they are a multi-point solution. But initially, Calendly only helped you with scheduling meetings, okay? Boomin, for example, one of our single-point solutions, or the first one that I'm really going to be going hard for, is automation, okay? So it's going to be more or less engagement automation on top of your social profiles. So if somebody comments, if somebody DMs you, what have you, basically, I want Boomin to be extremely good at engaging those leads or users to basically buy your products and services, schedule meetings, and all these types of things. That's what we want to be really good at. And then we will grow from that single point solution to a multi-point solution, because that's what's very important when it comes to building out software, all right? You have to expand all the different types of products and services that you can provide to your end customer. This creates something called net recurring revenue. And net recurring revenue is the additional revenue that you're making on the customers that you already have. You know who's the best at this in the world? Apple, right? And Google, but Apple specifically, because Apple, think of it. You buy the iPhone, and somehow you end up with the laptop, and somehow you end up with the iPad, right? And of course, this happens over time, but they're increasing their LTV. The real way that they get you, though, is through these through posting all your pictures, taking all your pictures, taking a bunch of videos. Eventually, you're going to need storage. And that's another way to basically increase your LTV, increase your net recurring revenue, where basically the customer that we acquired is now spending more money next year than they did the initial year. And again, Apple's a little weird because it's a hardware business. And, again, with business software, it's going to be a little different because, hopefully you have a monthly recurring deal, or you may sell an annual subscription, so on and so forth. Okay. So guys, I'm rambling on. I'm extremely excited about this subject. I hope you guys take it as serious as I am. And if you want to take it serious, then shoot me a DM, join Software Creators. We can figure out how we can help you build your first project in the next 30 days. It may not be the final project, but it will be your first project. It'll be the first idea you have. And you're going to basically rebuild it probably, because I have rebuilt Boomin. I can't tell you how many times, but it's so amazing from a lesson perspective. And there's no better skill in the world right now than learning how to build software. Okay? So guys, that's it. Got any questions for me? Let me know. I hope one of you take this advice and goes ahead and pursues this career. That will be absolutely incredible. Let me know who you are if you did it. And for everyone else, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace out.